Hello everyone, my name is Jane. Hello everyone, my name is Jane from Vidayu.com. Welcome to the Wellness Show with Vidayu. Today we have with us a very special person who is a number specialist and uh, since quite some time I'm really interested in knowing what is number. Of course, this is my profession also, and this also gave me interest in studying understanding numerology. So today with us is Biindu Khurana. She is a PhD holder. She is author of 5 books. She is gold medalist in numerology. She is a awardee for Nostradamus for her accuracy and predictions in Asia, and she's also Bharat Bhushan Awardee. She's first Numero Vastu consultant in India. So welcome, Bindu. Welcome to Vidayu, and it's really my privilege to speak with you on this platform and understand numbers. In fact, I am the person who is always interested in number. This is my business also. This is my profession also. That I study financial statement. So number is always part of my life. But you introduced me to numbers from a very different angle. I'm sure today's session everyone will find very interesting to know numerology from a different perspective. So, welcome to Vidayu show, and I'm really keen to let our viewers know numerology from a simplified and interesting manner.
Thank you, Jane, for that lovely introduction. Namaskar to all the viewers here. This is your very own Dr. Biindu Khurana, Vastu consultant. I think the basic things that we need to understand here is what is numerology. So when we say numerology, in English it's called number game, and in Hindi we call it the Ank Shastra. Shastra means science and education. Ank means numbers. Now, where is the science coming from? It's originating from our Rig Veda, from the Egyptians, from the Babylonians, from all the cultures that are the ancient texts contain number game. There are different verticals of numerology. You have the Kabbalah system, you have the Chaldean, you have the Pythagoras, you have the Abracadabra, and you have the Vedic. So each method has a speciality and a brilliance. Let's understand what are these numbers and where are they coming from. Numerology being the science of numbers, everything in life is a number. From the time you're born to the date you're born, your height, weight, figure, your pulse rate, heartbeat, blood pressure, body temperature, car, train, plane is a number, shoe size is a number, specs is a number. All your personality traits come to a number. So you do any and everything. Like if you're saying, I'm gymming, oh, I did 10 push ups, or I did 10 Surya Namaskars, it's a number. Appointments,
Yes.
arrival, departures is numbers. So you're completely in a number game. So how do you decode this is part of numerology. Numerology has basically two verticals. One is what you call as your name. Your name is your identity, your pehchan, the name that lives beyond you. That means you have an identity for this lifetime. In fact, when we are no more, what really stays back is our name. Name too is made up of alphabets, and alphabets represent numbers. The second part is our date of birth. Our date of birth is decoded to find our nature, characteristics, health, relations, finance, career, matchmaking, personal or business, and to find our lucky numbers, lucky colors, lucky directions, to find out what is good for us, which career is good for us, what health issues we can have, and how to govern and understand that which colors, which numbers, which months, days, dates, time, directions actually help us. So decoding of numbers, whether it is your date of birth, which cannot be altered, and your name, which can be altered, is the science of numerology.
So, Bindu, I would like to ask you one question at this point of time. Certain numbers we cannot change, like the
Yeah,
day we are born, the time we are born. These are all
yeah,
fixed things. Whereas there are certain aspects that we can change. So, from a layman perspective, how does it impact one life if they
yeah.
change or they do not change the name? Say, for
Yeah.
example,
Okay, so we have five ruling numbers. A is your date of birth. A
date
date
of
of
birth.
birth,
Okay.
yeah,
Hmm.
date of birth could be a single number or a compound number, which we bring it to a single number. So 1 to 9
Okay.
born persons, would have a single digit of a birth number,
Mm-hmm.
and those born from 10 to 31 will have a double digit, which you have to bring it to a single digit. So that's your birth number. Your
Hmm.
birth number talks about your nature and characteristics. It talks about your health, about your
Hmm.
relations and your finances. It's all about your personality traits. The second important number is what you call as your destiny number. Destiny
Hmm.
number is the sum total of your date of birth, your month, and your year. So if a child is born today, today's ruling number would
Hmm.
be 20,
Yes.
the
Okay.
month would
Right.
be 6,
Two.
and the
Yes.
year is 2020. So you will say
Yes.
6, 2 plus 6 is 8, 8 plus
Plus 4.
4 comes back to 3.
Right.
Okay?
So
So
that is
the
destiny
destiny
number.
number is the total of the entire birth, month, and year. That's your second
Hmm.
important number. Your third
Okay.
important number is what you call as your zodiac sign number,
All
which
right.
is as per the 12 zodiac signs, because
As per sun,
numerology,
sun astro, sun,
sun sign,
sun signs.
absolutely, sun sign.
Okay.
And a sun sign is based on the 12 numbers, because the numerology science is based on the sun or the Surya rather than the astrology, which is based on the moon. So, astrology is a moon science study, and numerology is a sun science study. So, the third
Okay.
important number is the sun sign. Now, the
Hmm.
sun sign has a cutout from the 21st of every month to the 20th of the month, and we have the
Hmm.
12 zodiac signs. We don't need time to analyze a person unless
We
it
don't
is
need time.
a twin or a triplets. Then you need the timing. But in the
Hmm.
case of somebody born on the 21st of any month, you will ask the person for an AM or a PM. So if they belong to the AM category, then you belong to the previous zodiac sign. And if you belong to the PM, then you belong to the next zodiac sign. Because 21st is the cutout date.
Hmm.
The fourth important number is what you call as your ruling number or life number. Now, what does life number mean? Life number means repeated number which comes again and again. So, for example, somebody is born on the
Say
11th
for
of
today it
Roughly.
is 2. If we
Yeah,
consider today's date,
yeah.
is it
But
2?
today's date of birth is also 2. So, then it's very
Right.
easy to understand. But for example,
Yes.
if somebody is born on the 11th of November 1971, for example, he has
Hmm.
6 1. Though 11 is a number
Yes.
2, which is his birth number, but one number is repeated 6 times.
Six
So the life
times. Yeah.
number determines your repeated number, and you will have traits of that number.
Hmm.
And the fifth is your name number. Name number makes you by the calculations of each alphabet. Each alphabet has a number game, and that's how we do the totals. The only thing that can be altered is your name total. You cannot do anything about your date of birth.
Other
Date of
numbers.
birth, yeah. Date of birth will have some missing
Okay.
numbers and will have some repeated numbers. So
Bindu,
repeated
before we
numbers,
go ahead in
yeah.
understanding, further of numerology, I want to ask
Mhm.
you a basic question.
Sure.
As you mentioned, there are various ways in which we can calculate numbers, especially in
Correct.
name numerology.
Yeah.
Which one do you follow, and why is it that you follow that style for
So
calculation?
out of the five methods, the Vedic method is what you call as the ancient method according to the Vedas or according to our texts. Indian culture depends on the Vedic. But Vedic has a lot of things to do with the caste system. So obviously, I do not follow that because we are living in a non-caste system zone at the moment. We are in a mass media and communication, and we are working in a time zone which is very different from what happened about 5,000, 10,000 years ago. Then the other is the Kabbalah system, which is the ancient text. It is not followed anymore. What really is followed is the Western and the recent text, which is your either the Pythagoras or the Chaldean method. I contact and I contribute to the world through my number game is the Chaldean method, because it talks all about the commercialization, or it talks about the numbers which rule us and help us financially. So the numbers that rule us and help us is the Chaldean, which is the material world, and I do
Okay.
take the Pythagoras method, which is the method for calculations of a spiritual journey, reason of our birth, purpose of our birth, what is our expression, what is our karma, and what is our soul. I work on the Pythagoras. Pythagoras has numbers from 1 to 9 in a single length. So from A to Z, you will follow a pattern of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then you will have a
Yes.
complete pattern.
Hmm.
Whereas in your Chaldean method, we will follow the technique of 1 to 8 numbers. According to this, The ninth number is not used, or nine number there is a no alphabet, because nine is a number of completion, nine is a number of spirituality, nine number is a number of wholeness. So any number added to nine comes back to that number, and number multiplied by nine comes back to number nine. So we do not take any alphabet matching nine. So we have numbers from 1 to 8 in Chaldean.
One, two,
So
eight.
you have to use your wisdom to understand whom you're guiding. So if you're guiding a young teenager who's just out of school and entering college and wants to make a career, you cannot talk to him about the spiritual journey. You will, of course,
Spirituality,
talk to
yes.
him about the Chaldean method. You'll tell him what career is good for him, what are his subjects of interest, how
Mm.
he has to make his life. But if you have a consultancy of somebody who is approximately 50 plus, and she's asking for her purpose of birth, and she's asking you, what should I
Mm.
do in life? Then you will talk to her on the spiritual angle. So you have to use your wisdom wherever possible. Both these methods are strong methods. Sure.
Okay. Bindu, we have a lot of people here online. So, hi everyone. Hi Indu, Ji, Karuna, Abhinav, Amit, and also audience. If you have any questions that you want to ask Bindu, please ask it. Put it on the screen, and we will ask Bindu. Bindu is an expert with numerology, and she will surely try to answer your question as far as it is possible to cover here. And otherwise, if you have any question, if you want detail, you can always contact her. Her consultancy is available on vidayu.com. Bindu,
Yes.
I have a question for you, which is kind of relevant in current scenario.
Okay.
Uh, do we have any prediction about, based on numerology, when things will become normal in terms of current pandemic, and when will we resume our normalcy back?
There are certain things that, because this is a very commonly asked question in this
Yes, absolutely.
lockdown,
This is
that
hottest topic for the day.
absolutely, absolutely. So yes, there is a prediction and a calculation to that. In the ninth month that we enter, so 2020 is a year of Rahu in Hindi and Uranus in English. It's the only planet that moves in the opposite direction. So, whenever there is a total of four, you will expect the unexpected. It is ruled by suddenness. And whatever happens will happen in the form of, how you actually say, is you cannot really predict much. But all said and done, we are absolutely at a time zone. On the 1st of July, we enter the second half of 2020. It's a much better half. That's a big relief.
Mhm.
And the ninth month is the year when, the month when actually we will get into the entire zone of recreating our lives all again. So, what is going to happen in the month of July? July is the seventh month. We may have another counter or a relapse of the pandemic. There's another wave that will come. By the eighth month, there are some clearances, but it's the ninth month, that is the month of September, especially September end, when you will seek and understand that COVID is out, or it's moving out, or it is exiting, or we found treatment, we found an injection. It's a relief. In short, would be approximately the end of September. There is a maths and calculation to it. There are dates and dates attached to it, and by the end of September, we should get some relief. To answer your question, yes.
We have a question from audience. Amit is asking. Everyone says four number is the most difficult number. Is it true? And if so, why is it so?
Okay,
So
Amit,
do you think four is? Yeah.
I'm answering your question with a question. Um, Indian culture works on two parameters. One, we work on the fear factor. So we do things
Fear
out of fear.
factor.
So
Okay.
don't do this, we'll do this. If this doesn't happen, we'll happen to that. So we are always pleasing people. And second, we work on ignorance. So we don't know, so we do things blindly. Somebody tells us, a guru tells us, our parents tell us, our grandparents tell us. So I would request you to A, get knowledge and bring in logic and explanation as to why you have to do something. And B, I would definitely tell you to have a fearless life. No number is a good number or a bad number. All numbers have something good and something not so good. And that's a journey we have to understand. In fact, four number is a number of a genius. It's a number that actually talks about doing things out of the box. You think differently, you work differently, you are innovative. That doesn't make you, like how I'm saying, four numbers a number which moves in the opposite direction. So your thinking is different. And that's exactly how you are. You may be often misunderstood. You are not going with the tide, you're not with the flow. You are living out of the box. You're a person who's absolutely different. And isn't that wonderful? Because you are unique. And four is not a bad number. And I can repeat and say, no number is good and no number is bad. We all have something good and something not so good. Thanks.
Thank you, Bindu. That was a very nice way of believing in ourselves. And it's true, everyone is unique. Probably once we understand what are our strengths, maybe we
Yes.
can start exploring our life differently. And that's why numerology helps you to identify what is your personality trait and how you
True.
can use it for your benefit. Audience, tomorrow is a very special day for the world. We are celebrating International Yoga Day, and at Vidayu also we strongly believe that health is a paramount importance to us, and what is better way to keep yourself healthy other than following yoga. So tomorrow morning 7 o'clock will be live. Two of our experts will share with us some of the techniques of yoga, some of the asanas of yoga that you can start implementing there and there itself. And I just request all of you to be participative for tomorrow program. Be ready to experience the power of yoga, and you will surely see the benefit in yourself. So, Bindu, we have another question with you. Seema Taparia is asking, her birthday is 27/10/1963. I'm sure you are a very fast calculator. You already have the calculation in your mind, and she wants to know what would be her year like.
Okay,
So,
so
2020
Seema,
for Seema.
yeah. So Seema's destiny number is 2. And 2 number is a number which strongly talks about this year. This year is 2020. It's a year
Yeah.
of 2 repeated. So obviously this year will be significant. Now, because of the pandemic, a lot of people in the lockdown have energized, educated, turned around. Their techniques have changed. So there will be a lot of changes in the system of her work, in her thought patterns, and definitely in the way in which she promotes herself. So for her, this is a very big learning lesson that has come, and she will have a lot of changes this year. Initial months of 2020, she will feel would be a little difficult, and maybe the work is not flowing. But during this pandemic, she must have definitely experienced some changes. A major time is going to come approximately in July, August, and September. So the next 3 months are very important, and she'll definitely do well. It's a good year because every year is a year of learning. You learn something. You learn through loss of health, wealth, or loved ones. So definitely she will have some learning lesson which will come to her. Because she's a number 9. And we describe number 9 very strongly as 9 months of pregnancy, 9 planets. We talk of the 9 Roop of Durga, the 9 Navratris, the 108 Mantra Jap. So 9 is a number of completion, 9 is a number of power, position, and placement. And 9 is a very important number. That's a date of birth. So this would be a achievement year for her, definitely. Sure. Yeah, I
We
think
have
somebody.
another question, and that is whether
It's good.
solar eclipse is going to
Tomorrow.
affect any number in specific.
Absolutely, it will. It will affect
Yes,
each one of us.
each one of us. No,
Each
no
one of
number
us.
specific.
Not a specific number. So, for example, one number people, one means 1, 10, 19, or 28 born person will
Hmm.
go through either a backache, itching, or something to do with the eyes, a little pain in the eyes, or maybe little,
Hmm.
how you call it, like you might feel a little stress in your eyes, and they might have a little blood circulatory issue, like a BP raising up and down. So we always guide them that if you're ruled by number 1, what you need to do is you need to actually donate something which is of copper, something which is wheat or jaggery, and
Hmm.
especially if you are donating this, you should also do prayers to Surya God, because that's a very important ruling planet. One is the ruling planet for the sun.
Yes. It's a son of mine.
Anybody born on 2, 11, 20, or 29 will be ruled by the moon. Hence, they should donate anything that is a white product, that is anything to do with the dairy products. So, doodh, dahi, ghee, shakkar, chawal. And they can do cooked rice if they want. They can also do anything in milk product or a dairy product for donations. And they might have something to do with the throat, or they may have a little restlessness, edginess, a little. mood swings, and they may feel very uncomfortable with cold, cough, congestion. That's why a salt water bath is recommended for a number two person. Anybody born on 3, 12, 21, or 30 of any month might have sinus issue. So they may have a constant sneezing, wheezing, restlessness, in which they might also, feel that they want to throw up, or they may feel something like, there's hurting their throat, or they might feel something on the wave on the forehead. They might feel a sinus effect. They can
Hmm.
donate anything in yellow. So you could do yellow bananas, you could do yellow dals. It's very good, and they can play to their own Kul Devi Devta, to their own god goddess. They can pray to Vishnuji. They can pray to their guru or to their granth, and that's perfectly okay. Anybody born
So
on four,
every number is associated with color,
yeah,
items, and God or
absolutely,
goddess. And
absolutely,
once we identify that, probably we can use it as a
absolutely,
remedy, cure.
yes.
So Karuna has a relevant question to this. She says, "Ma'am, thanks for all your eye-opening tips." And but she wants to know if she can manipulate the number and she can use it for her betterment or success.
Yeah.
What should a common man do
Okay.
to?
So ideally,
Yes.
each one of us has a lucky number, has a lucky
Mm-hmm.
color, has a lucky direction, has a lucky month, day, date, time, year. What
Mm-hmm.
is the best ways to know your personal maths? It's like traveling from one place to another where you use the GPS to reach a destination at a shortest route. So if you were to know what is your lucky number, you can use it. Now, where do you use your lucky numbers? You'll use your lucky numbers in mobile number, because your most important and precious companion is your mobile. 60% of business comes from mobile number. So mobile number
Bindu,
is
before you say anything more about mobile number, do we also add country codes into mobile number? Because
no,
if
we
we
take
add
10
that, or it
the
is just 10-digit number, say in
no,
India that we use.
no, we take 10 digits.
Okay, so any country they have their basic number. That is the only number. We don't add country codes or area code to the numbers, right? Okay, yeah. Please
Okay.
continue. Yes.
And so mobile number is your predominant number. Then you can use your mobile, house, car, percentage, commission, interest. Pricing,
Hmm.
quotations, invoicing should be in your lucky numbers. So if you want to sell a product, you should bring it to a particular number. If you want to sell a service, you should bring it to a particular number. You should use a particular day, which is your lucky day. You can use a particular month or a date. You can sit in a particular direction. You can use certain favorable colors. This is how you can actually get into your personal maths. Using your colors, your numbers to your benefit is what is the science of numerology.
This is
In
very
fact, I
interesting.
highly
It's your
recommend
personal maths.
it. Yes,
Uh,
and
it's
I
good way
highly
of seeing life with
I
numbers.
highly, I highly recommend that everybody should do their personal maths once in a lifetime. You need my
Yes.
consultancy once, you don't need it again and again. Like in an astrology base, you need your consultancy again and again. But once you know
Hmm.
your personal maths, you empower yourself and you can rule yourself. You don't need to come back to me. All you can do is connect me to more people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bindu, I have observed something about you, and which is very unique to you.
Okay.
If you get up in the morning, from morning to night, you carry the same amount of energy around you. So, what is the secret about this?
You're
Is
asking me
it
for this. Okay. So, at the
why
end,
I'm asking you this is, Vidayu as a project believes in personal strength, and
okay.
we are always wanting to get connected with the people who have done something extraordinary in their life and who have tried to understand some human element with science and technology, and they could bring it to the people's notice by way of some product, service, or consultancy. So it's you are like one of those person who have dedicated your life for this cause, using numerology for the benefit of the human being. But at the same time, it also shows up your energy. So something is there which is aligned with your energy. So what is it, if you can elaborate this even from a numerology point of view?
Yes, so thank you so much. Actually, my database is about 6 lakhs plus of clients, and till date, in my 11 years, I haven't found anyone who has complained. So there is
Mhm.
something that beyond us. Now, what is this
Yeah.
thing? It's energy.
Mm.
Everything in life is energy. Energy is within us, energy is around us. So, what is the energy within us? Energy within us are our five senses, which is our sound, sight, smell, taste, and touch. The sixth element, or the sixth sense, or the intuition is what you need to enlighten. Each one of us has it. So, whenever you talk to your intuition, whenever you energize your intuition, you will awaken the sixth element of your five senses. Okay? Now, what is external energy? External energy is all about the exterior. So, for example, that is water, wind, fire, sky, and earth. Where is it? It is in nature. Nature is in God and God is in nature. So when we use the word Bhagwan, we believe in God or Bhagwan. Ba is Bhumi, earth. Ga is Gagan, sky. Va is Vayu, air. A is Agni, fire. And Na is Neer, water. So the
Mm.
five elements are there in the energy of God. You need to energize yourself after every 90 minutes. The key word is 9 over here. So every 1.5 hours, go through a color therapy from your head, your crown chakra to your forehead, to your eyebrows, to your eyes, to your nose, to your mouth, to your cheeks, to your ears, to your neck, to your shoulders, to your back, to your chest, abdomen, stomach, to your upper arms, lower arms, fingers, your legs, your thighs, your knees. You energize yourself through a color, through a white light. That's the best way to energize yourself. So what happens is when I'm in
Mm.
office and I'm taking clients,
Mm.
I try to take a 30-second energy run through me because each client has a different issue. So what
Yes.
happens? I cannot take the negativity of one client onto the next one.
Yeah.
Similarly, I cannot take the negativity of the entire day at office back home.
Mm.
So you have to energize yourself. So I have consciously worked out
This is beautiful.
3
Yes.
minutes of you know energy analysis passing through me. So I'm energized. That is, I talk to each cell of my body, to each organ of my body, to each part of my body. I
Yes.
constantly tell my face, you have to look young, you have to look beautiful, your hair has to be groomed, your shoulders have to be upright and straight, your legs
Mm.
have to hold the weight of you, your arms have to be capable and able to do things, your eyes have to
Mm.
see the beauty, inner beauty of people. So there is each and every organ. It takes you maximum 3 minutes to energize yourself. So if you keep a reminder that for every 90, that is about 1 hour 50 minutes or 1 hour 30 minutes, or even an hourly base, or even for 2 hours, if you feel that you're in the middle of something and you can't just close your eyes and go into a
Right.
trance. But I call it like a washroom break, even if it's not a washroom
Yes.
break, I'm out of my chair, I'm out of my cabin, and I
Right.
just pass that lights through me so that I feel energetic throughout. That's one of the
Thank you.
reasons.
Thank you for sharing that. This is simple, but this is very, very powerful aspects of your life that you have shared with us. And again, there are numbers there. So I see
Of
there
course,
is everything in life, we have numbers. And
yes,
numbers
yes,
are so important. Somewhere, if we can encode numbers, decode numbers for our own benefit, we can
true,
surely
true.
better our life. So, Karuna, that's answer to your question. We have another question from M. Rahul Rahul. How numbers related to our future business, like his date of birth is 22/4/92, which business perfectly suits him according to his date of birth? So
Okay.
22/4/92, which
Yeah.
business?
So Rahul is born on the 22, which is a number 4. 22 is a master number. So he should have parallel sources of income. He should have two
Mm.
sources of income continuously. He can go up to four sources of income also because the total is coming to four and his destiny number is two. So he should have at least two sources of income at a time. One will be a creative, artistic, working from the heart, and the
Mm.
second one would be the one that is working from the brain. So he has to
Mm.
use one source of income, which may be an active source of income, and one which may be a passive source of income, or one which is a creative source of income, and one which is a
Okay.
mental source of income. But for him, his rule book is that he should have two parallel sources of income and businesses or work techniques. Sure.
So Rahul, if you don't have two sources of business, at least make sure you have it and Give us your feedback about it. So, Abhinav, our question is birthday is 16/1/2002, and how will be 2020 for him?
Yeah, so his total is 16. That is the number 7. Now, if you analyze a number 7
Yeah.
person is a person that who strongly talks about the 7 mysteries of life. That is 7 continents, 7 wonders of the world, the 7 uh, tunes of the music, the Satsur, which we call it, the 7
Mm.
days in the week, the 52 weeks in the year, the 7 chakras, the 7 feras. We don't know why. So it's the
Yes.
most mysterious or the most mystic number. And
Mm.
everything works on intuition. So if these people are little intuitive, if they actually try and generate anything that is coming from their gut feeling, their intuition, their sixth sense, they will do wonderful. Because they are dreamers, they are visualizers, they are creators. They make something of nothing. So you ask them to create music. Music is always made from nothing. It just comes from notes. You ask a painter to create something. A painting is out of nothing. It's from a memory or from a live thing. So these people are very, very capable of doing things from nothing to something. And that's exactly what should be his fortune. He should write down his dreams. He should visualize and put down his thoughts. And most importantly, he may travel away from birthplace. So in Hindi we say karma bhumi and janma bhumi. That means your workplace and your birthplace will be different. So he may move away from place. He may move away from birthplace. He may travel abroad or he may travel to another city, town, country. And he will have his achievements and his success away from birthplace. So
So,
that's the
does it
guidance.
also mean that being in the same country will restrict someone's growth?
No. So,
No.
for example, you may be born in Mumbai, but you
Hmm.
may work in probably Lonavala, or you may work in another city, town, country. You may work in another place. So, how you actually relate it? Like you will move. Maybe he is born in a small village for all, and has come into the city. So that is again he's
That's
moved away from
also
place. Yeah,
at least away from the home. That's a
away
correct
from away from
answer.
birthplace. Yeah, sure.
From birthplace, fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Akanksha Tiwari. She is asking how to know through numerology that I can do good in occult science. Her date of birth is 13/6/1979.
Okay. So because you are a number 13, 13 is a number which is a strong number understanding the occult sciences. You are a
Okay.
person who will do very well when it comes to doing multitasking because 4 is a number of multitasking. It's not a number of doing one profile.
Hmm.
One of them, they are extremely well because it has 1 and 3. Now 13 in Western numerology is considered as inauspicious. They don't have the 13th street, they don't have the 13th floor, they don't belong to a 13 number at all. But in Indian or in Vedic numerology, 13 is called Tera. And what is Tera is yours. When you say in Hindi Tera, Tera means Aapka, yours. So when
Yes.
you say that I'm born on the 13th, so everything is Tera, everything is God, everything is the higher force, everything is Bhagwan. So how
Hmm.
can that number be inauspicious? So they are
Yes.
truly blessed. They can do well in occult sciences, in fact, especially in calculations because 1 and 3 is very good in number game. So they'll do very well in numerology. They'll do very well in astrology. They'll do anywhere wherever these occult sciences are coming, and they should learn to master multiple sciences, and they can do well. Yes, that's true. They'll do well in the share bazaar also. They'll do very well in comes to multitasking of different 3 or 4 different types of profiles. Definitely. Sure. I hope that answers you. Things to do in tomorrow. So like can
Akanksha,
you
so you have your answer. If you have inner desire, inner calling to continue with or explore numerology, this is your number. Abhinav, I have questions. Anything that you would like to say about tomorrow being a solar eclipse?
so I have shared the text with Jane,
Yes. Yeah,
and I
we'll
think
share it. Yes.
yeah. So
Yes.
each
So we
number will
have.
hmm. So each number
Yeah,
is
we'll
there.
share
There will
detailed
be
explanation
details. Yes.
about each number,
Yes.
and you can
Definitely.
pick it up for yourself and use it.
Sure.
So, Dinesh is asking how will be next 6 months in this year
Of
of Rahu?
2020. Yeah. So if I explain 2020, which is a total of 4, 2020 is made up of twos. So it's a set of 2 and 2. There are 2 sets. The first set, like what is two? Two is moon. Moon is
Six.
full moon, no moon. So two number is indicating strongly Puranmashi and Amavas. So we have
Mm-hmm.
had one downfall and then you will have a high rise. When there is no moon, you'll have a full moon. So the last 6 months have actually been in the Amavasya period or has been a low zone. We have almost been home. We've not done anything concrete. People have lost their jobs, financially gone down, have not made money. There are a lot of issues. I can go on and on and on. So what do we expect in the next 6 months? The next 6 months starts on the 1st of July. We go upwards, we go back. So how you have a waxing and waning of the moon, that's
Yeah.
exactly how we will do. So in Jan and Feb, we were in a better zone for the first 2 months. And then from March, April, May, June, 4 months have been bad. So by the time we reach July and August, we are again going to catch up. But it is the month of September that will bring us back. So September, October, November, December, last 4 months will end on a good note. We'll do
Okay.
well. We'll make back a new profile. We'll get in a new venture. We'll get a new business, new work. And I really, really believe that this is an access change where we look at the Western countries as higher and we are little the underdeveloped and the developing countries. The axis of the universe is changing and it is the East that will rise. So we look up to the Eastern countries for gyan, knowledge, technology, education. So make in India, made in India is what is going to rule. India is going to be once again back on its absolutely wonderful zone. So on the 15th of June, to share with all of us over here, I had put in a petition on the month of April to bring the totals of India, which is INDIA, which comes to number 12. 12 is a number of sacrificing, suffering, and anguish. It was the name given to us during the British rule. And prior to that, we were known as Bharat, Bharat, which totals to number 15. 15 is a magician's number. 15 is a number of commercial finance, and prosperity. So I put in a petition where about a lakh of people have signed for it. It was passed by the Supreme Court. So India is actually officially going to be called as Bharat. Bharat will represent what we were earlier, जिसे हम सोने की चिड़िया कहते थे. And we are really hopeful that Bharat walks back into the realm. We will be looked up for our knowledge, for our culture, for our techniques, for our values, for our principles, and definitely for our Vedic and occult sciences. We will be looked up once again. And yes, we will rule. We will come back, and it will be a brilliant, brilliant way. I think we deserve it now. We really deserve it.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Something which is born in our
Culture.
in our culture, in our genes, and
Absolutely.
it's time that we give it back to the world. And for the
Absolutely.
same reason, tomorrow we will be celebrating International Yoga Day. It's
Okay.
a two-way celebration. Morning 7 to 8, we'll have two sessions by our expert. They will be demonstrating some of the yoga techniques with us. We'll start with chakra yoga, and then we'll have another yoga. So be ready with your yoga mat, and be comfortable in your clothing. Come online, come join us, and practice this simple yoga things and see how it can benefit you. Evening 7 o'clock again will come with another live session by an expert about how we can implement healing techniques using yoga. And 7:30 onwards, we'll have a panel discussion about yoga and its benefit with various faculties. We'll have homeopath doctor, Ayurved doctor with us, and we will be asking them questions about yoga and its benefit to humanity. So make sure that you register online for the session tomorrow and come live. Details will be shared in our window, and make sure that you register for the same. We'll send you the link where to come online. So, Bindu, this has been really interesting session for all of us, and your knowledge and experience is such that I think just by seeing the number, you know everything about the person, and you are able to use this intuitive power for the benefit uh, of human being. So it's a gift that you have for the world. I wish everyone explore what they can do with themselves using your knowledge and expertise. So if you want to book Bindu's consultancy, please let us know. She will be giving her consultancy to us. We have one or two more questions before we wind up. So Amit is asking, can you please tell us about each number for remaining year? So with you, can you share one line about each number for the upcoming, say, 6 month period?
Okay, so one number is sun number, and career wise, they should do well. Health wise, they have a guideline, and
Mm-hmm.
definitely these people will restart all over again. So they are
Mm-hmm.
very focused, determined, goal oriented. They are career minded, determined, and absolutely people who are workaholics. So they will find a route, they will find a way out, even if it's a lockdown, they will just do something. Two number are the creative, sensitive, emotional. They are the ones who are the artists. So they will also find a way out to the heart energy, or they will find it through connects, contacts, and collaborations and connections. Three number people are the ones who are Jupiter ruled, and these people work well with marketing, law, teaching, consulting, advising. So they should use their brain power to get where they want. Four number people are the innovative, the dynamics, the changes. These people will work fantastic well with anything to do with technology and online and electronics. Five number people are the ones who are gifted, they are in the middle, they are multi talented, they are the connectors. So they will work very well with connections, with consultancies, joint ventures, contacts, PR, communication, and mass media. Six number people will do extremely well in luxury products, and they have anything that is a brand or is at a zone which is higher than the necessity. That's exactly where they will find their niche. Seven number, like I said, will move away from praise. They are creative, and they are people who are visualizers. They will definitely do well in any philosophical things, so occult sciences or creative fields. They will actually earn through their talents. The eight number people are the ones who will work through service to mankind, whether it's working from NGOs or helping others. They always, because eight is a number which is an infinity number, so you always give to get. Whenever you help others, serve others, service to mankind, helping others, guiding, they get back in life. And nine number people are the number one people who will always get work through power, position, and placement. They are the ones who complete karmas, complete projects, and complete ventures. So that's how all the nine numbers rule. How do you pick up your numbers? You pick up your numbers at birth number and density number. You have these two numbers, you can understand what is the zone you're in, and you can work on it. Sure.
Thank you so much. That was very nicely explained about each number. I'm sure we can pick up something from this and use it
Sure.
for our benefit.
Yes.
So, audience, try to see, find out what is there in for you using this number and make use of it. Thank you, Bindu. Thank you for being here, guiding us. And it's really my privilege to take this session with you, know about numerology in detail, and let audience know about what wonders we can do through numbers. Thank you
God
so
bless.
much for being with
Thank you so
us.
much. Bless each one of you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
So, everyone, we'll see you next week with another number and another session with another interesting topic. So, stay tuned for the next session, Saturday, 6 o'clock. And do not forget to register for tomorrow's session about International Day Yoga. We'll see you. Have a nice day.